Hi, I'm Book BFF Lindsay. In the summer months, I usually tend to gear more towards contemporary young adult books. I don't know if it's because they're lighter, although they're not really any lighter. They're more about first loves, first moving, going to college. They're sometimes based in the summer, but sometimes they're not. But that just seems to be what I like to read in the summer. This summer I have so far read like about 7 or 6 or 8 of the Sarah Dessen books. I don't know why I never read these growing up. They've been around forever, but finally Book BFF Melissa convinced me to give them a go, and I just fell in love with them. Actually, these 3 are the 3 that I would recommend if you've never read Sarah Dessen. That's upside down. If you've never read Sarah Dessen and you want to start and you don't know if you will like her, I would definitely recommend The Truth About Forever, Just Listen, Lock and Key. I would also recommend Along for the Ride, and there is another one somewhere around here that I can't find. Any of her books really are good. I've read a lot of people started with That Summer and didn't like it, so they never read any more. I haven't read That Summer yet, but maybe don't start with that one. Maybe start with one of these other ones. I think That Summer was her first, so she may have just been finding her stride. Anyway, another book that I recommend for summer is How My Summer Went Up in Flames, mostly because I don't live in America. I live in Canada. They do a cross-country road trip at a lot of provinces, Canada. A lot of states that I actually would really like to go to, but I probably won't have the opportunity to road trip across them anytime soon. On top of that, it's about a girl and boy. It's not just about that, but at the start, the main character, she wasn't really my cup of tea. She's really impulsive, which I'm not, but by the end I really liked that about her. It felt very summery. I recommend this book. I also, of course, recommend The Fault in Our Stars. I think I recommend this every time I talk on a vlog or every time anyone talks to me. I put it off for quite a long time. I ended up finding a paperback copy on Book Depository and bought that because it was less expensive, and I really wish I had bought the hardcover after reading it. But anyway, also not summery, but really works for summer because you're going to be up all night crying, so you don't want to have to go to school the next morning or work. I guess it also could be a weekend read. Stay at home Friday night and cry. Anyway, I also recommend Nicholas Sparks. Nicholas Sparks is like the ultimate summer read. He is like the adult Sarah Dessen. You can never go wrong with a Nicholas Sparks book. Sometimes if you read too many of them at once, they all kind of mold together like one giant book in your brain. I'm finding that's what's happening with Sarah Dessen for me right now. It's what happens with Nicholas Sparks for me every other summer. I read like 3 or 4 of them or reread them or whatever, and then they're all just one character. That sounds like a negative review. It's not. Nicholas Sparks is amazing. He is the ultimate romantic Southern States writer of awesome goodness. They've made a lot of his books into movies. I don't like a lot of them. I like The Notebook. I like A Walk to Remember. The one with Zac Efron where he has a dog. The Lucky One? The one I'm holding. Yes, I liked The Lucky One. So I recommend Nicholas Sparks. I haven't read a couple of his books. The one that I'm hoping to get to when I'm done school this summer is The Last Song. For some reason, Nicholas Sparks is like a sit on the beach book for me, so I'm waiting till I go home to visit my family where we can just sit on the beach and I don't have to worry about anything. So that's going to be that for me. Another series, actually, that I really recommend is the Sisterhood series. This is the last one. It actually took me until maybe last summer to read it. Maybe it came out last summer. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't read it for a little while when it came out because I was sad because there was 3 books and then it went away and then this other book came out and it was much different than her first 3, but it's a wonderful series. It was a really good series. So finish it if you haven't. Be sad, mourn your lost childhood, whatever you want to do. I am right now reading Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Okay, now I haven't finished it, so I can't give like a full, you have to read this book, but I texted my friend when I like read the first like 3 pages, and I told him, I was like, this book will change your life. This book is so good. I don't understand why. Anyways, I could go on naming books forever, but I'm gonna leave it with those ones. If for some reason you've read every single book that I've mentioned and you're like, give me more books, what else should I read? Reread Harry Potter. I do that every summer, usually in August. I reread it because the new books used to come out in summer, and I used to go to the midnight release and get the book and stay up all night reading it, and it was like the best summer experience of my life. Reading a book alone was the best summer experience of my life. Just let that sink in for a minute. But it was the best summer experience. I can't lie. I would get peanut butter M&Ms, and I would have Diet Coke. I would lie in my room, and I would get it at midnight and go home and read it, and then I would come out of my room and socialize for a bit, and then go back in my room and reread it because I read it so fast the first time that I probably forgot things. Anyways, so I usually reread the whole series in the summer, then in the fall I rewatch all of the movies, and it makes me feel like less of an adult, and like I'm not so incredibly old now that all the books are done and I have nothing to look forward to in my life anymore. If you're looking for something else to read, you're like, dude, I've read Harry Potter so many times, start a series. It's summer, you've got time, maybe. Read a series. I would recommend the Graceling series because that's the book that I'm going to recommend until everybody that I know and talk to has read it. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go. Those are my recommendations. Most of them you've already probably read, but hopefully there's a few in there that you haven't. So, have a really great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!